King. Because introductions are always so awkward. But I understand we need to do them because we are recording. But
yes.
Hi,
I'm Hore, and this is Rehu, and welcome to our YouTube channel.
That felt a bit more natural, eh? Like it didn't feel forced.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. But if you keep putting my dog or it's a king again. Please
don't do that. Okay, so today, jokes aside, we are very serious human beings. So today we are reviewing another favorites by yours truly, Gatlan.
Yours truly, Mangwena. Hey, Khaled is always your favorite author. Like it's known now.
No, I'm just saying. Like I'm going to give it some. Today we are reviewing The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. The book was first published in 2003, and Rehu read. I'm joking. We both read it
in December last year, I think, and finished it. 2025. So 2024 and 2025.
Yeah.
You read it in December. I started it in December 2025, and I decided this was not the kind of book that you want to read. 2024. I am sorry. You read it in December 2024. You finished it in December, ne?
Yeah.
Now I picked it up in December, and I decided there is no way I'm reading this over the festive season. It is not a festive book at all.
Yeah,
it's a good read. Khaled writes well, but it's important to pair the kind of book that you're reading with the mood and what is happening. At December, at Christmas, there's no way I'm reading Khaled. Like I tried, and I got halfway through. Like the book doesn't even wait for you to get midway to realize what this one is going to break my heart.
But I think Khaled likes breaking our hearts.
Yeah, that's his. I think that's his strength, and his strength is being descriptive. And he writes. Another thing that I thought about when I was preparing for this is he writes so well in different narratives. Like he captures the child narrative very well, and then you also get to capture it very well as the adult, and that is just beautiful because sometimes you can either be a good child, right, Tanyana,
and then
but he captures the dynamics of being a child and that of being an adult, and the transition, the main character from childhood to adulthood was just, I transitioned with him, like and
I like that this book was sectioned very well. I mean, like the first section, we are introduced to the two boys in Kabul, and then the second section is when Yenale Baba immigrated to the US, and then the third section is when he comes back to Afghanistan and in search for Sorab. So I like that it had these perfect sections, and you could follow through like with it, and like you said, the transitioning was also very focused on obviously engaging with us also. This person now from this person, then you're watching these people grow. And it's a beautiful thing.
And how he is able to transition between the past and the present with his writing is also so effortless. Like you don't get lost as to where are we now? Are we back in Kabul? Are we now in America? How old are we now? He just does it so effortlessly where he can leave you with a line, the present, and almost introduce how it's going to end, but then without spoiling anything, he would start and break down how we got to that ending.
And I think I like books like that. It always, I think the minute that I see maybe a sentence that says this would be the last time this person sees this person doing this, I'm always like, oh, so I'm already prepared for it. So I think it's just beautiful.
They also have a nice summary of the book, just so that we don't do it and then end up spoiling the book.
True.
So I'm so sorry. Okay, I get excited about the books. But Afghanistan, 1975. 12-year-old Amir is desperate to win the local kite fighting tournament and his loyal friend Hassan promises to help him. But neither of the boys can foresee what will happen to Hassan that afternoon, an event that is to shatter their lives. After the Russians invade and the family is forced to flee to America, Amir realizes that one day he must return to Afghanistan under Taliban rule to find the one thing that his new world cannot grant him: redemption. But without spoiling the book, I also now, after reading this, realized he needed to go back because there was something else in that redemption that the world could not give him.
But he didn't know when he went back. Actually.
Yes, he didn't know.
Yeah,
for Yena, it was redemption.
For Yena, why did he go back? Because he So Yena, it was not really did he know?
No, he knew that his return to Afghanistan, he would need to go back and face
what he has
challenges.
Yeah, his challenges.
But he didn't know what it entailed exactly. Okay. But he knew something was going to come out of this, and he would need to. But I don't think he realized the extent of what needed to happen, and that he would not eat grapes for a while. But anyway, I'm not trying to spoil the book. It's also non-fiction.
Oh yeah, it's non-fiction.
It's non-fiction, but it is based on real events. True events. The events that are the Taliban and the war in Afghanistan and all of those things are real, and they provide a nice history lesson towards the end of the book about these events. Having read the book, is there anything that stood out for you that you liked the most or even liked the least?
For me, I think my favorite part would be on page 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my favorite part would be on 17. And it's where Baba tells Amir. Yeah. He says, when you kill a man, you're still alive, Baba said. You steal his wife's right to a husband, rob his children of a father. When you tell a lie, you steal someone's right to the truth. When you cheat, you steal the right to fairness. Do you see? So, for now, this thing also, like, it's very early on, but it also sums up what you find out. What you find out in the end. That's coming rich from you. That comes from bottom. What are you trying to say?
But that's the thing, because I see. Isn't that where we get the quote, the general quote? Do as I say, not as I do. Because although Baba knows the right thing, and I think what he's saying here is the right thing.
Yeah, it is the right thing.
It does not necessarily mean that he was able to practice it, and his inability to practice it does not render the lesson incorrect.
True, I agree. But how can I bona kam ko ba beileng kam ko? No, go bontsha hore motho o khone go botsa selo sa siri.
Yes, and still e khone go bontsha hape hore ka nnete he robbed someone else of the truth.
Yeah,
he robbed someone else of a husband.
Yes.
Like
what? Yeah, exactly. It's like this man, the audacity. That's why I got about that's rich coming from me, Baba. That's rich coming from me. And I think even Amir, if I remember correctly,
he was upset.
When he found out, he was like, weren't you the same person who was telling me about...
He reflected back to this moment.
That you were telling me, hey, cheating, hey, the lies, stealing.
You are so strict.
No, I'm not strict. I'm just saying, like, I don't like people who say things that they can't back up. Like,
no, but I disagree with you. And
no,
here's
I know
why
you're gonna disagree.
Here's
because
why I
of when I believe
yeah.
No, okay,
like the lesson. What if Baba learned this lesson after he had committed what would render his lesson incorrect?
Then fine.
He would not make the lesson false, but he would still have evidence. Yes, I learned it after.
No, he didn't learn the lesson. If you learn the lesson, it means that you are writing now what you... Why asablela need?
easier said than done, man.
No, but then ugasem putso hore ke lesson usa learn. What's the lesson you learn when you don't learn the lesson? Because no, you can't say you learn something if you don't change. Now for now, if you don't change, you didn't learn the lesson. It's like
but now in this case, it's not about whether he changed or not. It's about whether he recognizes. Also, can he change it? What is he supposed to do?
It's a lie. It's a lie. I get it's a lie.
For Afghanistan,
I don't care.
Amen. You must care because some things are socially not accepted.
Yeah.
And the consequences would be more detrimental than you just suckling with
it's fine. It's fine. Let's leave it at that.
Disagree to disagree.
But
agree. No. What is the saying? Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Anyway, just go ask us all guys. Let's have a blame.
Especially Honganga.
Do you believe it or not?
Okay. So, yeah, 173. I don't remember that it was a code per se. Oh, my code before we get to 173.
Yeah.
Is a code that is just everywhere in this book.
Okay, what's that? 1,000 times.
1,000 times over. 1,000 times.
You can't love a person to that extent. Never.
And then Hosseini Amir never to that extent.
Yeah, but not that's what we want to
like when I
like I'm just saying people. This book is about friendship, betrayal, and redemption.
But there was redemption.
There was redemption. No, I agree.
Redemption.
There was.
But now, probably timing a redemption. I think redemption might also be a bit selfish.
Yeah, because of
you see, because had we done things differently, Hassan would have had a different life.
But also, Lena, he was very young.
True.
Not like that.
But now back to your argument. Yeah, Papa or Amir, he was a bit older. He could have done something different.
Yeah, but then also,
was it possible now?
Right.
And it's very difficult to now go into the details of this without spoiling the book. Like, I want to argue with you so much, but I will end up spoiling because now I need to refer to facts, and those facts will be spoilers.
Don't spoil the book. Don't argue with me. Agree.
I want to argue. No, I shall not agree. 173 at the bottom, I do not. This for me is a part that I felt was showcasing Khaled's ability to write and capture you in the moment and just paint a picture for you. And sometimes, Soraya sleeping next to me, I lay in bed and listened to the screen door swinging open and shut with the breeze, to the crickets chirping in the yard, and I could almost feel the emptiness in Soraya's womb, like it was a living, breathing thing. It had seeped into our marriage, that emptiness, into our loves and our lovemaking. And late at night, in the darkness of our room, I'd feel it rising from Soraya and settling between us, sleeping between us like a newborn. This for me was like a vivid moment. Like I could see the newborn, but like there's no newborn. It's just an emptiness and a yearning for this.
Like the metaphor was just
no.
It was good.
It was he writes very well, and I think this quote also takes me back to the character that I relate to most.
Soraya?
Yes. And I relate to her because unexplained fertility is a sensitive topic. Like it's an interest of mine because it happens a lot in marriages, and it's often not clear what the issue is. You meet the love of your life, you guys are doing well, you want to solidify and you want to have a little person in you, but because there's unexplained infertility, you are not able to realize that in society you compatible.
Yeah, that word.
But the thing is, when you go and you meet the love of your life, I'm not compatible, so you don't know. You don't know if you'll be able to have children with this man or not. and it often falls on the woman. The
like
emptiness of a womb
pointing north.
It will always point to a woman.
Even though no, but yeah.
So which character could you relate to, if any at all?
No, I don't really relate to anyone.
Do you think the character storyline was believable?
Yeah, the storyline was believable, and the characters were also very interesting. And he made them come alive for me. He really did make them come alive. I could feel their pain. I could sense where something's going to happen, you know, stuff like that. So, yeah.
But considering the turnout of events and Hassan's life, does it not make you wonder what the hell was Hassan's purpose, Mopilong? Because truly, can you really be born for that amount of sadness? Because like Mopilong was not.
Yeah, I think there are lots of Hassans, Mopilong. Like we said, I mean, with the previous book review, sometimes you don't know what your purpose is, and I think after he left, he had a life. He had a life, even
but
though.
What quality of life?
No, we didn't know. I get it. He doesn't give us that background.
He does give us the conditions under which they lived.
Yeah, only that.
He tells us a bit about
But he
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, but then he tells us based perspective So perspective Leona is very important, because now you are looking at my living conditions and you think, how was this person and it
happens.
And then when I'm but then I think when he left, or when he met Sorab,
Musad
Sorab yeah. When he met Sorab, I mean Sorab's mom, and then Banyala, and then I think they had a beautiful life.
I think he found love in the end, and he was fine.
I think he was okay. He was comfortable. You know, I feel like the story was not told from his perspective, and maybe we could have learned more. Okay, this person maybe nali content or you know. So yeah.
And I think Lina, towards the end, how the book ended, I was satisfied with the ending, but it left me wondering, can we have Hassan's perspective? Like I really would want to see life from Hassan's perspective, from a young age up until his last moments in his adulthood. When Amir was reading to him, did he know? Did he know that he's not being truthful? Like, to what extent, when they had that life-changing moment, the traumatic event, did he know what Hassan knew? Like,
no, there were moments where he knew, because at that moment he knew that Amir knew what had happened to him that afternoon. There is a part in the book that says, but then I understand what you mean. Like, it was
never really confirmed because Hassan never really said I know you know. And Amir always felt in his core that Hassan knows, because otherwise he would have behaved differently. And then the gentleman that called Amir to say come back said Hassan said the truth. So he knew, but it's not clear So were you satisfied with the ending?
Yeah, I was satisfied with the ending, but like you say, I wish it didn't end like that. But Snake felt like you know, I think I would have still wanted more.
Still, even after that,
it's a greedy.
And the story has to end at some point.
So I don't want to be greedy. This was a beautiful book.
It was.
And, you know, I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it 1,000 times more.
Vale.
Yes.
1,000 times over. Which leaves me interesting fact, ne? Between the two books, ne? Are there any similarities that you like? Not even a storyline or anything like that, but maybe in the writing somewhere. Are there themes that you felt, but maybe not theme? Maybe I should just tell you the fact and not let you guess.
Tell me.
Well, I get Kamo. He says 1,000 times over.
Yeah.
Ne? And then this title says 1,000 Splendid Suns. So for me, I felt like una day think
1,000.
1,000 something.
But then I could tell that you were gonna go
Going there.
But now I wasn't gonna answer that. I was going to tell you Huri Hassan and Miriam
one. Yes, just different genders and a bit different dynamics. But other than that, shame. One life. A little life.
But also, you know what? No, I'm going to spoil it. So, what are you rating the book? How are you
I'll
rating
give it a 5. Shem. Now I like Khalid's writing.
5. No, the girl block.
Okay. We focus.
I can go with 5.
That's right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.